Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another video. I'm Angie. This is Angel's Excursions, and in today's video, I'm going to try to talk you guys into starting photography. Have you ever thought about just picking up a camera and going out and taking pictures? Well, I'm going to show you all today how simple and easy that can be. I am at a local park here. There are tons of birds, which you may be able to hear in the background, which we'll get to later. But I just wanted to talk to you guys and get you guys excited and fired up about photography. I am a landscape photographer. I am an enthusiast. I have many cameras under my belt, but you don't have to have the professional camera to get out and go. There are so many ways to take pictures, and I'm going to talk about that. So we'll talk about taking pictures with your cell phone, taking pictures with a compact camera. You can take pictures with the bigger professional cameras if you like as well. We'll walk around the park and try and get some pictures of the birds and just kind of talk about photography. So you decided you want to begin taking pictures. There are so many different ways that you can do that. There are so many different camera formats that you can use, going from the budget price up to the really expensive cameras. You just have to get out there and do the research and decide what it is going to be perfect for you. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can actually start with your cell phone. These phones are like mini computers. They are like mini cameras, and you can actually take your phone out today and take some photographs. There's so many different things and ways that you can use your cell phone to get out there and take some pictures. So if you just want to go outside, which I recommend getting outdoors every day, take your phone, go to your local park, and capture some of the beauty around you. Start creating those memories. For me, I have a lot of different types of cameras. My everyday camera, I love this thing. This is like, my friend Bex gave me this. This is my little notebook. I write down all my photography ideas inside of it. Side note, you should go follow her. Her channel is amazing. She has a lifestyle type channel, arts and crafts, cooking, things like that. And her name is Bex, Out Seeking Rainbows, and I'll put the link somewhere up there for you to check out her channel. Okay, back to what I was saying. I have squirrel brain sometimes, guys. For me, I have the Canon 5D Mark IV. This is my everyday camera. And this is a full frame camera, so there are many different types of formats for cameras out there, and I use a full frame camera. You can get a more budget friendly camera. You just need to do the research. There's so many different brands out there that have really awesome gear. Sony, Canon, Nikon, Lumix, Leica. There's just so many different companies that have these cameras, and you can get it at a budget level. You can get kits where everything is assembled for you in one, and you can do what I do, as I buy my cameras used. I buy them refurbished, and I get a really great deal from them. There are plenty of websites out there like MPB and KEH that sell used equipment, and I think it's a great way of upcycling. So much isn't in so much waste, people throwing things away, stuff like that. So this camera I actually bought on the Canon website, and I bought it in the refurbished section. So my body I bought refurbished. It came with the same 1-year warranty, and my lens, I actually bought my lens brand new. But they have so many different types of cameras. So there are the sensor crop cameras or C crop cameras, where those are a little more budget friendly, but still produce really good results. I actually have the T3i from Canon. I'm a Canon girl, so mostly all of my equipment is Canon. But yes, there's the crop sensored cameras, which are more budget friendly, full sensor cameras, and then there are the mirrorless cameras, which I wish I could afford to have one of those, maybe in a few years. But so there just depends on what it is that you're looking for. And I say go out, do the research, go to your local camera store and play around with the camera in the store. Ask the salespeople like what their opinions are, and just kind of do research into what type of camera do you want. This is my everyday camera. I take it with me everywhere I go, and I use this particular lens every day. This is a 24-105 zoom lens, and it is pretty good because it gives me a wide range as far as the focal length and how far out I can get. So this is my everyday camera, but there are just so many easy ways to get into photography. And if you have to start with your cell phone, start with your cell phone, because you can get beautiful photographs on a cell phone. But let's do some walking. The birds are like really active today, and I want to see if I can get some good pictures while I'm out here. As a landscape photographer, taking photographs outside is so amazing. I love the fact that it forces me to get outdoors and get into nature, and it opens up my eyes as to the way that I see the world. For me, I feel as though it's a very popular form of photography, and that it's been around for forever, right? But there's so many ways. The way that you see a photograph is going to be different from the way that I see a photograph. And when you get out there and begin taking pictures, it's going to be your artistic composition that is going to keep you wanting more. And when we try to be like others, like there are so many photographers that I'm like, oh my gosh, this photographer is amazing. I wish that I could take pictures like them. But in reality, I only want to take pictures like me. So finding who you are as a photographer is so very important. And there's no wrong way to take a picture, because what I see is going to be totally different from what you see, and what I like you may or may not like. And it can be the classic taking a picture of the mountainscape kind of landscape photography, or it could be a more abstract version of that. It's totally up to you. You just have to decide what you want to do as a photographer, a landscape photographer. Let's move a little bit further around the lake, and we're going to talk about lenses next. I see a cute picture of this I see a squirrel. He's just been sitting there looking at me. Next thing that I'll talk about are lenses. So right here is my everyday lens. This is my 24-105 from Canon. It has stabilization, so it helps you with shakes. And I really like this camera. They say that there's a trinity of lenses, and that would be to have your wide to mid, a nice prime lens, and then a zoom lens. So that covers all of the focal lengths for you to be able to shoot anything that you want. And I do have that full range. So I own a 10-24, so I can get really wide landscape shots. I own this 24-105, which gives me a wide to a standard mid zoom. And then I have a 100 to 400 lens, which I use to capture things up close, not necessarily using it just for wildlife. I'm going to take that lens out while we're here so I can show you that lens, but having a different variety of lenses can help to expand your shooting capabilities when you're in the outdoors. And you can take landscape photos with your zoom lens, getting close into the details of a mountain or the textures of a tree by shooting with your zoom lens. Or you want to capture the majestic mountainscape in front of you, or whatever it is. So having a variety of lenses can help to enhance the photography taking process. Let's move on down the road. As you see, there are a lot of people out today fishing in the lake here, and so let's walk around, capture a little bit of that, and then I'll catch you guys on the other side of the lake where we'll talk about tripods. Okay, y'all, so I'm just taking a little seat on this bench. It is just very pretty to look at all the birds that are here. Nature never ceases to amaze me, and I hope that I'm kind of encouraging you guys to get out and take some pictures and just be at peace with nature. One other thing that photography brings to me is it helps my mental health. It stimulates my brain and it helps to bring out the creativity that is within me. It allows me to see things so much differently, and I see the bigger picture, but I'm also able to process the little things like the textures on the water or on the ground, and just the overall peace that I have being outside. So I'm watching my great blue heron fly away. I wanted to get some photographs of him, but he's out of here. But yeah, let's talk about tripods. So I do have 2 tripods, and one I'm using as my vlogging tripod. The other is this one, if I can pull him out of there. This is the other tripod that I have, and this tripod is more sturdy. I recommend when you're looking for tripods to not get it from a box store like Target or Walmart, to actually go online and research and go to reputable companies that sell tripods, because those other ones, they won't last as long, and some of them are as expensive as if you were to get a professional tripod. So this particular tripod is by a company called Vanguard, and so is the tripod that I have my vlogging on. And I love this particular brand. I'm not sponsored by them. There are many other brands out there, but I'm just going to talk about what I have. For my Vanguard, this one is really sturdy. So this is the one that I would use when I'm using a longer lens. If there's winds and things like that, I would use this particular tripod. I like this tripod because it has the rings on it, and it's just easy to open and to close and to tighten. It has different ways in which you can level. So they have one here and one's in the back, and it stands pretty high, but also the center column piece that's here, this piece actually comes off, and you can flip it upside down. So if you're into things like macro photography, or you're trying to get down closer level to the ground, you're able to do that with this particular one. This one has a ball head on it that allows you to spin it in the direction that you need to go. It just has a lot of different capabilities. So I would always recommend just to go online and research tripods. I have a travel tripod. That's the one that my vlogging camera's on, and that is for my vlogging camera. I sometimes use it with some of my lighter cameras, but I take that with me on travel because it is lightweight, it is small, it fits right into my backpack or into my luggage. So I do have that tripod, and there's so many accessories that you can get for a tripod. You can actually get an accessory where you can set your cell phone on the top of your tripod. Your GoPro can go up there as well. So many different ways in which you can use a tripod. And it's good in situations of low light. If you're going to have to use a smaller shutter speed, then it's really good if you're going to be taking pictures at night of the night skies. Then you have that sturdiness, and you're not wobbling it around with your camera. When you're using a longer lens is actually good as well, and that's because you'll have more stability, because the longer you go out, there's a little bit of shake there that's going to occur. So the tripod is very, very, very useful, and I highly recommend getting a tripod if you're going to be taking pictures. So I have changed my lens. I put on a longer lens because I want to try to capture some close-ups of the birds that are kind of roaming around here in the park. I hope that I've given you enough information for you to be able to go out there and begin creating photographs on your own, whether that's with your cell phone while you're walking on your daily walk around your neighborhood, or that camera that's collecting dust. They are really going at it. I hope you guys can hear me, the birds back there. Or that camera that's been sitting on your in your cabinet for 5 years, and you promised you're going to use it and you still haven't. Go and get that camera and get outside and take some pictures. Do the research that you need to be able to make correct decisions. Allow your budget to guide you, because there are so many opportunities to purchase cameras new and within your budget, because there's such a variety of cameras that are out there. So get out there, research, visit your local camera store, learn from the experts in that store. Go to YouTube, find a video on the specific camera that you might be interested in, and learn more about it. And when you decide to buy, think about buying from a shop like MPB or KEH that sells new and used equipment, and you might be able to find a deal on something that you like. Take time to get outside and walk around in nature and just absorb everything about it, because there's beauty everywhere, guys. And you can find that, capture that, and create memories for yourself that you can look back at and share with friends and family. Photography doesn't have to be expensive. Photography doesn't have to be done in a particular way. Photography can be done however you want. Again, it's about your perspective. It's about your eye and what you see and how you bring that to the world for them to see. So I'm going to go and take some pictures of these birds, I think, if they don't try to elude me. And I'm going to let you guys hear I hope that you enjoyed the vlog. Please consider liking, commenting below if there's something that you would like for me to talk about. Just saying hi, give it a thumbs up, watch some of my playlists, and until the next one, guys, love you guys, and take care of yourselves and each other.